Welcome back. So we're just continuing with making the tarpaulins. Nothing too crazy. I'm not going too crazy with detail here. I want to make some boxes. Now I don't have any material to make them out of, so I'm going to improvise. I have some scrap balsa wood, and I'm going to actually create some boxes in a few moments out of that. I have a little bit of scrap green stuff. I don't want to waste it, because the thing about green stuff is you need to work fast with green stuff. It will move, it dries at a fairly breakneck speed. Sorry, I don't know why I broke my sentence like that. That sounds very awkward, sorry. But just trying to think as I film. Sorry, got see a better view. So once again, I'm dampening a portion of my workbench and spreading out the green stuff with my finger first, just to kind of help it spread a bit better. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my dropper and just add a bit more water just to aid it. I don't want this to stick to my rolling tool, which is actually just a ball of varnish. And just do that, because I kind of want to get these done pretty quick, so me and my mate Mark can have a game. It's just a small little kind of towel, if you will. Just going to throw that straight here. Leave like a stand bag. Then we use our little tool here, which is another little piece of green stuff, tarpaulin, or there's a little kind of hand towel. And in that way what we're doing is we're just not wasting any material. Green stuff is very expensive for what it is, especially if you buy the GW stuff, because it's GW and they like to show their love by taking every opportunity to rape us with their prices, so figuratively of course. This is a deplorable act. Okay, so now to make some crates. So I'm going to take my knife. I should have a little ruler here somewhere. Yeah, a little set square, a big set square. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a few strips. Doesn't have to be perfect, because you can hide some of this under tarpaulins. This is the first time I've tried this, so we'll see what happens. So I'm going to add a second towel, and what I'll do is I'm going to make kind of a box, and I'm going to clad it with plastic card around the edges to make it uniform, and I'll sand that down, and I'll use like little crates. So stay tuned. I need super glue and there's some shit going on inside, so I can't go into the house yet, so I'll be back in a minute. Ah yeah, welcome back. So, been working away on my stowage. Sorry, I was called away for a bit. So, some green star tarpaulins. To make the kind of the boxes come true, I actually just have some scrap pieces of balsa wood, cut into squares. Added a jerry can, German kind of souvenir helmet, just a little towel or sandbag or just a piece of cloth just thrown in there. Nice and simple. Then just a little tarpaulin thrown onto the top, and that's this done. That's more than adequate for me. And now I'm going to do is I'm going to make the tarp for this vehicle. So again, I kind of have an idea what I'm going to do. So for this one I want a bit different. I want each vehicle to be a little bit different in some way. Okay, so to stop this from this little ball that's all I've left of my green stuff, I can switch to tin foil if I have to, but I don't like using tin foil for tarps because I find it chips too easily when you're painting it. So and I was keeping this kind of in water, a little bit of water, just to stop it from drying out on me. So I'm going to add the little spacer I made. So I'm going to add a little bit of PVA, white glue, or wood glue if you have any, same thing. So now, so the little wooden panel in, which is kind of important for me. It is anyway, because it's a little detail I'd like to add. Now I'm going to add aerial recognition panels as well. This isn't as much stowage. Once I get a bit more stowage, I used to have a sprue of American weapons, and they had their haversacks and grenade bags and what have you, and set bags. I can't find it. Like I mentioned the last video, and I've been tearing the place apart looking for it, and I just can't find the bloody thing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple of tarps. So what I'm going to do first is I want to add a couple of ration boxes into this little front piece here. So what I'm going to do is I'll take my piece of balsa, squares, doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. Cut it to kind of an appropriate shape. So this is just one way of doing it. This is I'm broke and I have no money way of doing it. So I kind of want each vehicle to be equipped, not equipped, but decked out just a bit differently to show the individual crews. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add blobs of So I'm just going to add a couple of these little box shapes in, just to so there we go. It seems a bit kind of over the top, I know, but I'm going to add a couple of tarps to hide that. This is more just on to add a bit of shape. I'm going to do the same on the rear deck, just to, again, to add the silhouette, if you will, or the outline. So that debate on the radio is getting vicious. The kind of equalities of both men and women are being challenged, you know, which is a good thing, you know, because I believe in equality, and I believe men need to have just as many rights in society. And they made a good point actually there about how many people on YouTube or Facebook, while watching the video of your man getting the head kicked of him, basically were trying to find ways to go, oh, I wonder what he did, rather than going, oh, that's disgraceful what you wanted. Kind of making the point that in society we just look to see what the man has done rather than kind of feel empathy towards him. That's a sad, bloody state of affairs, because we're meant to be equal, we're meant to care equally about each other, not just one element of society or one sex of society that happens to be abused, which is equally not on. You know what I mean? We're meant to kind of give it, we're supposed to care about both sides, as in men who get hurt and women, not just women. Like, it's meant to be equal 50-50, not, you know what I mean? I know this is going to be kind of controversial, and I know a lot of you are like, oh, why is he talking about this, but it just has to be on the radio, and it's something I often think about and debate, going like, you know, equality needs to be 50-50 or nothing at all. Do you know what I mean? How can we ever expect to grow as a society if our laws and our mentality as a people favour one set of people's plight over another? Both are just as important. Both are just as equal. That's how I see it. Now I'm going to get off this topic before I upset anyone. And if you do get upset, you shouldn't be, because I'm not condoning either. Both people who do that to anyone, regardless of their sex, in my books, are deplorable. Now, but I just kind of get a bit annoyed when it seems that only women can be abused. Men can be as well. And then it's almost laughed at, kind of, oh, you're only, like, you know, she's only a woman, what can she do? A woman can do just as much damage to a man as a woman. Well, in different ways, of course, I know. Anyway, moving on. I would like to be a bit controversial, don't I? Well, how I see it is, it's my channel, so I'm going to voice my opinions, which is always the voice of balance, as in, that's what I want. That's my view. Things have to be equal, and everybody needs to be looked after, both men and women. Not just one, but both. And that's kind of how I see things. So then, spreading it, pulling it gently apart with my fingers. Sounds like a tutorial on something else. Alright, moving swiftly on, so I don't get into any more trouble. So that's gonna make a basic. There we go. And what I'm going to do is, with this little piece here, because these are not boxes in any way, and I want to disguise the fact that they're not boxes, and I'm actually going to do this. There we go. Just, again, we're just adding a little bit of individuality to each model, and that's ultimately what we're looking for. You know, we want to add individuality. It helps make our models our own. So like this is to me what makes the Sherman, is all the stowage. I'm actually going to add some German helmets. The helmets are coming. Sorry, I'm stepped away from the camera. The helmets are from the Perry miniature set. So I'm just going to add. They're much better than the Warlord ones. Warlord ones are misshapen and shit, whereas Perry are really nicely done. So I'm going to have it that the lads have been taking souvenirs, as they would have. Let's do a quick clean up here. Again, nothing. So there we go. I'm just gonna. There we go. Again, just adds a little bit of individuality, and to me that's one of the most important things. So, moving on, nice and swiftly. I'm not rushing this build. If anyone's like, oh, he's booting it through this, obviously he doesn't care. I do, but also this is for wargaming, and I want to play. I want to see what these Shermans can do against my SS and my Heer. Can the Commandos harness the armour? So Mark, if you're watching, which I know you're not, let's see, will you be a little bit more aggressive now? The fact that the Commandos special rules that I've only noticed now turn these guys into bloody beasts, and now you have 2 armoured vehicles for fire support. But I want them to be special, and I want them to be long-lanced, which means that they're different to everyone else's vehicle, And if you're watching the same, and if you're building along, I mean, like, I really suggest that you do the same. You make your vehicle your own. Now this one's like, what the hell is that? Oh, that big green stuff thing. Well, actually I'm making like a rolled over towel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dampen my blade and cut here. Now, and now finally, I'll say, Jesus, it's trying to turn. This is trying to set. I don't want that. So if the green stuff starts setting in your fingers, dampen the green stuff by basically just moistening in it, and start working it in your fingers to reactivate it. Now, some of you probably knows what the hell is that dog's dinner on the back. It's just scraps of balsa. It's kind of it's set enough. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make just a quick little tarp that's going to be fired over that. And that's this vehicle done. And then I'm going to make some aerial recognition panels. This one's going to have it up on its turret, and this one's going to have on the rear plate. And that's going to be used out of, that's going to be made out of lead foil, or not lead foil, tin foil. I just don't have any lead foil on me. Never owned any. So, moving on quickly. This will probably be my quickest group build I've done, but that means I'm just going to enter more. So I have a couple of topics that I could enter for this. I just want to start with this. Yeah. So today was actually a very good day. I was in town and I met some friends from school and college I hadn't seen in a very long time, and was invited back to their place and invited out on the weekends, and so looking very forward to that. And Elan should be popping out to say hello one of the days as well, which I'm looking forward to. So I haven't seen her in a while, just to see how she's sleeping. Now there's a bit of a tear in this, but actually I'm going to use that. There we go, that doesn't be perfect. Now there's a lot of tears in this, but I'm actually going to use it as being worn down. Okay, there's a little bit of a lip on this one. To remove that lip because it's very apparent. There we go. So you can see, well, you can't see, but I'll bring the camera in at the end of this video and talk you through what I've done. So that's that tarp done, and what's left I'm going to just roll into a small little ball. That's really all there is to it. You know, it's not stowage isn't that difficult. You just have to kind of give yourself some inspiration and something to work on. Give yourself plenty of kind of inspiration and reference material, just something to work with, you know. And that's really it now. So that's where we're at. So we're almost ready for painting now. We're very close to painting. So I have 4 minutes left. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do the two aerial recce, or the aerial recognition panels, trying to think of the word. So for that, sorry, I said it. Take some tin foil or kitchen foil, whatever you want to call it, or aluminium foil, depending on what part of the world you're in. Spread it out. Okay. Sharp blades. Make sure there's no burrs or anything on your blade. I've actually folded this in two, so I'm going to make two out of one. You want to be kind of gentle with this. These can tear very easily. Okay. I'm going to kind of eyeball this. Actually, I'm going to use my scissors. There we go. That might be a little bit big for this scale, but I kind of wanted to draw attention. And because it's folded over, there's a bit of rigidity to it. And that's going to basically, that's a bit too big actually. So I'll keep adding to it, keep cutting until I'm happy. That's actually, yeah, that's more accurate. So that's going to be my first aerial reconnaissance recognition or aerial recce panel. And what I'm actually going to do with that is I just dropped it. I'm going to clad it with masking tape to get the edges. And what I'm going to do now is I'm actually just going to use this as a template and create the second one. So in the next video, I know you're pointy seeing this. So in the next video we'll be back. I'll have the camera set up close up of both vehicles and what we've done, and I'll quickly run through it. Okay, welcome back. It's been about maybe 30-40 minutes and the two vehicles are stowaged up. I might add antennas yet to the third, I may not. I do have thin styrene, but this looks a bit too blocky. So we'll take one vehicle at a time and I'll show you what I've done. So I've added various tarps, kind of souvenir helmets, jerry cans, what have you. The aluminium foil is going to be the aerial recognition panels. I still need to do the edging on them. So a small little tarp to the top of the third. .5 machine gun. That's really it. They're nice little kits, you know. I'm pretty happy with them. You know, they were basic when I got them, and now I just feel a little bit more confident that they're a little bit more to the keeping of the Sherman tank, the M4 Sherman, the death trap of so many tank crews. So yeah, my thoughts on these models is they're pretty damn good. They're basic, they are cheap, and if you are looking for a nice quick build, like, you know, with what looks like a Sherman, well, this is what you want. These are 1:56 scale, so that's 28mm wargaming figures, but I believe these are 148. But the headlights and rear lights and all that are all very simplified, but again, they're designed to be. These are more to give you the look and feel of the vehicle, the essence of the vehicle, rather than an accurate representation. So I've left them, add a little bit of difference between each vehicle. I left the applique armour off. This one added some rough cast texture. I didn't go the whole way around the vehicle. Used some boxes made out of Sparabalta, a couple of German souvenir helmets, nothing too crazy. Bit of a towel just wrapped around wherever this piece is. I don't actually know what that's for. Okay, again texturing on turret and cheek armour. I was actually going to add the Hessian style camo over the vehicle. I just ran out of green stuff and I had no gauze. If I had gauze, I actually would have had the bit of the turret and barrel draped with Hessian and like made the individual materials strips out of either, well, out of green stuff. Or added a kind of cool element to it, but that could be, I might do that with the last vehicle. So again, there you have it. So each one is a little bit different. I'll put them side by side. And so now they are both different, you know, turrets, different hatches are open, slight little differences here and there. I'll bring that up. So yeah. So next step now is to prime the model. So in the next video we begin the painting process. And then we'll add the markings and we'll call it quits now. And markings and weathering. I'm looking forward to weathering these. I'm going to weather the balls out of these. These are going to be like late 44, early 45, or 45 in invasion Germany type vehicles. I was going to add some log armour to the side of them, but I kind of don't want to make them too Tater Pacific for gaming, because I want to be able to use these for Normandy. I want to be able to use them for Italy. If I'm feeling really pinched for cash on models and I don't want to buy new Shermans to represent the British Shermans, I'll use these for like operations in North Africa. So I'll just use it like this and spray them green and weather them up kind of neutrally. I should be able to use them. But I'm going to use them more for Western Tater operations. So thank you for watching. Next is going to be painting, kind of modulate, well, not so much modulation, wrong word, kind of different shadings and what have you. And then we're going to weathering. And I'm going to try to get a little crew for the hatches and whatnot. So thanks for watching, lads. I hope your builds are going well. I was watching a few of the lads' videos. Things seem to be going very well. Keep up the great work. And I'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe, happy modelling, look after each other, and watch out for those buses. Bye bye.